There's a point in founder-led businesses where a small number of people are carrying most of the revenue, top billers, top performers, the ones you can rely on. And again, it doesn't really look like a problem when it's working. So they're billing, they're consistent, they're hitting the numbers. So you just leave them to it. But underneath, it's creating a different kind of risk because the business isn't performing, they are. And those two things are not the same. If most of your revenue sits with one or two people, you don't have a scalable business. You have a key person dependency and it's fragile because, again, you don't control it. You don't control their motivation, their consistency, their long term plans. And if something changes, it hits immediately. They leave, they slow down, they burn out, and then suddenly your revenue drops with them. I've seen businesses lose 30, 40, 50% of revenue from one person leaving. That's not performance, that's exposure. And again, most founders know this and they've seen it or felt it. That quiet reliance where you always are a little bit aware that too much sits with too few people. So, what happens? You protect them. You don't push too hard. You don't standardize too much because you don't want to disrupt what's working. But in doing that, you make the problem worse because nothing gets spread, nothing gets repeatable. Everything stays tied to individuals. So, what's the shift? You stop relying on individuals and you start to build consistency, how deals are run, how clients are managed, how pipeline is built, not like in a corporate way, in a way that means performance isn't owned by one individual, it's owned by the business. So outcomes become more even, more predictable, less dependent on who's having a good month or not. Because right now, if your top biller had a bad month, you feel it. That's the signal. And again, that comes down to control. If your revenue is controlled by a few individuals, you don't control your business. They do. And it's not a very comfortable place to be. Now, look, this is one of the biggest hidden risks I see in founder led businesses. And if you want to see how exposed you are to it and how to reduce it properly, there's a link below. Book a call and I'll walk you through it. Just straight, no fluff, what's going on and what needs to change.